Hey, what's happening, my network marketing friends? Todd Falcone here. Welcome to toddfalcone.com. All right, so let's talk about getting rid of prospecting fear, which is a pretty common thing with people in the network marketing space. How do you get rid of it? How do you toss it? How do you delete it permanently? I think that would be a great thing to do. So I'm going to give you 4 ways to make it dissipate and make it go away. Number 1, and this is something I've talked about very frequently, and I would encourage you to ask yourself if you're doing this. Number 1 is you need to practice if you're going to get good and develop your confidence. It's so important you invest time in practicing your craft. I cannot tell you how critical it is to your success. So my question to you is, how much time have you invested in actually practicing your craft? In this case, the craft of prospecting and recruiting. That's number 1. Number 2 is, honestly, you kind of need to do it in spite of how you feel. When I first started in network marketing, I was scared to death. I was nervous. My heart was pounding. I was sweating. My mouth was dry and all cottony, and I was afraid to talk to people. You don't see that today because I acted in spite of how I felt. In other words, in order for you to get yourself past the fear, you have to face the fear. And there's a very simple strategy that I've been teaching for a very long time, and it's something anybody can do. And it's if you're totally paralyzed, meaning you're just not even moving at all, and you step into your desk and then you do nothing and you run away from it every single time, meaning, and if that, you know what I'm talking about, if that's you, you know, you come in here and you're like, oh my gosh, and then you leave and then you go do everything but prospecting. The thing I want you to think about is, it's what I call a linking strategy. And the linking strategy works like this. All you got to do is do one call, okay? One call, one reach out to somebody, just one, not 15. I'm not going to say make 20 calls a day or 20 reach outs a day or 10 or 5. You make one. And this is only for you that are totally paralyzed. So if you're totally stuck and totally paralyzed, you make one single solitary reach out prospecting call to somebody. And you know what that is. That means you actually do it. And here's what you do when you're done. In spite of whether you did really good or whether you didn't do very well, whether you totally blew it, whether you feel like you fumbled all of your words, it doesn't even matter. When you get done with it, you just stop, you hang up the phone or whatever the message is, or if you're having a one-to-one conversation, and you just kind of go, whew, oh my gosh, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I didn't die in the process. I don't think I've met a single, well, I wouldn't have met them, because if they did die during the process, I would have never met them anyhow, right? So I don't know or have ever heard of anybody that died as a result of prospecting. You might get all scared, and I understand this fear thing, and my whole brand is the fearless networker, and it's not because I don't have fear, it's because I'm willing to push it aside long enough to get done whatever needs to get done. Now, the thing about this linking, and why I call it a linking strategy, is you make the one call and then you come to the realization like, oh my gosh, that really, I kind of wasn't really comfortable. I had butterflies in my stomach. I was super nervous. My palms were sweating. My brow was sweating, but I'm still here. If you can do that one time, you can do it 2. If you can do it 2, you can do it 4. If you can do it 4, you can do it 8. And the cool thing is, as you do it more, I promise you this, the repeated exposure to the activity will make your fear dissipate. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is another thing I think is super important. It just makes life a lot easier, makes anything a little easier, and that's partner up. If you want to push your fear aside, if you want to have a little false sense of confidence, if you will, do it with a buddy, because anytime you're with a partner, with a friend, with someone, it just makes that, whatever that thing is that's so daunting, less daunting. So, make it your point to find somebody you can make some calls with, that you can do some presentations with, that you can go out and see people with. And just because you're with another person, it's going to help you to just feel more confident doing it. And the more you do that, and the longer you do that, the more likely your fear is going to go away. And the 4th thing I would say is this. There's so many, like I've got, I don't know how many scripts. I've got so many different, I've got an approach for every situation that you might encounter as a network marketer. And I think long term it would be great for you to have a myriad of different approaches and how to talk to this person, a warm market that you see a lot, a warm market that you haven't seen in years, somebody that was a referral that was given to you, how to talk to a professional, how to talk to someone here, there, whatever it is, right? It'd be great for you long term to have a myriad of different approaches and to have the right words come out of your mouth. But here's the thing. In the beginning, you want to keep it really, really simple, okay? One of the best strategies in ridding yourself of fear is to just give yourself something that's super simple, some single approach. Not even have to think about the 9 or 10 other different ways or the 20 other ways that you could pique someone's interest about your opportunity. Find something that's simple. I don't know. Hey, it's John, and yeah, this is John, Todd Falcone. How's it going? Hey, Todd, what's going on? Hey, John, listen, I'm calling you for a reason. I've only got a couple minutes. I'm super excited. I just launched in this new business in the new year, and I'd love to show you what I'm up to. When would you have 15 minutes for us to get together? I mean, that's an example, right? But whether you choose to do that one or any other one, the bottom line is the more simple that you keep it, the less you have to think about. And the other part of it is you want to sound conversational. You don't want to be like staring at a piece of paper and having to feel like you're reading from a script, okay? Now, scripts exist for a reason because they're essentially training wheels, if you will. I use them for many, many, many years. In fact, in some instances of my life, I still use scripts for certain aspects of business. But you want to get it to a point where it's totally conversational. So if you want to get rid of your prospecting fear, those are 4 things that you can immediately do starting today. And I guarantee it'll help you push the fear away. So if that's important to you, getting rid of the fear and getting into prospecting, then take advantage of that. I will see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. Thanks for watching.